is coming from the state, which is the General Assembly. This is the law that they made for all the mayors, the mayor of East Pittsburgh, myself, the mayor of Braddock, the mayor of Braddock, and so on and so forth. This is what the General Assembly created for the mayors, which is law. This is what, so I'm going to go over some of these points. I highlighted them in this, and you take home, you can take this home with you, so that way you know what the mayor's role is, and you can ask questions.
This is
But
Ralp
also, you're
Williams.
gonna also
I'm
ask
with
questions
CANETTA, my co-host
to
from
the chief
the
and
Way
some
We
of the
See It.
people on the commission.
And today we're here at
All right.
the North Braddock
Everybody with me?
Community Meeting for Town
All
Hall.
right, anybody get some coffee or, no, there's some decaf over there for you,
Radio show.
Miss Mayor.
Recording this
All
for
right.
radio. So
So,
just listen as Merrily is speaking.
last one. So, I'm gonna give everybody a little bit of time. I also want to thank my man, Ralp Williams, for coming out here. Give him a little bit of applause for bringing out.
Thank you.
Things and, out here in the open, so a lot of people from North Braddock, as well as people in the community, as well as his listeners, know what's going on in North Braddock and surrounding areas. So, I want to address the first page. Let's go to page 10. I have that in front of everybody. And I highlighted it. So I'm gonna read this to you so that way you know. They asked me about, like I said, constantly about the mayor. So it says right here, this is what now this is not something I created. This is something, again, from the General Assembly. That's the state who created this law for the mayor. This is the law for the mayor. This is what we go by. Or what they try to go by. So right here, it's highlighting, despite the changes in powers title, the borough mayor today continues to be the most recognizable in many boroughs, and most importantly, in the public, as a public official in borough government. As previously noted, the mayor is he's the only executive in the borough. So I am what you call the chief law officer. I can't make arrests, but I'm the only one who stands alone. So I have a lot of people that ask me, well, you're by yourself. You're right. I'm by myself. This is what my title is. I am the Lone Ranger, basically, in this borough. I stand alone. Council have a group of 9 council members. They work together, but the council president does not have the power over, they only have the power to create meetings and so forth for the council and to put together committees. So I wanted to make sure these things were addressed because there's a lot of things that, like I said, again, bothered me, and I want to make sure that the residents in the community, and especially the ones who vote us into office, are aware of our roles and our titles moving forward. Okay? So, right here at the bottom, it says, within their boroughs, mayors are also in a unique position to exercise leadership because of the prestige of their office and its elected status. Meaning, again, we stand alone. Okay? So, that's just a little general thing right here. But the most important thing I want to go to is page 20. Go to page 20. Should be on it. This is the most important thing that I've been hearing. I've actually had a situation, you know what? I want you to hear this before I go to this.
You have another copy of that?
I don't have another copy. I had 20, that's all I have. You can share. This is the reason why we're community. We want to share. So let's all share our pages with one another, if we can, please. This came, so we get started. This was January, this year's meeting, with council, and this is what was said, and I was actually on the feed as well, so this is what was said.
And you can contact the police director. No, the mayor is no longer over the police.
What's this?
When did that take place? When we got it, this is all our police.
This is like a council meeting. In January.
There's a reason why now the mayor was the commissioner, but they're not. But but is there anybody in particular that I need to?
So, all right, stop right here. So what I'm trying to display is that there's people still saying that we're not over the police, and I want to read this. This is from the General Assembly. This is the state law. This is what they created for the mayors, not me. Can nobody form and create something for the mayor? This is what we go by. So right here it says, whether a borough council chooses to establish the police department, contract with another municipality for police services, form a regional police department, or rely upon Pennsylvania State Police, the designated public safety entirely is subject to the mayor's authority and duty to preserve the public peace and order within the borough, enforce borough ordinances and regulations, and remove nuisances. Because Pennsylvania courts have recognized the mayor as the chief law enforcement officer. Did y'all hear that?
Yes.
Okay, it's in there. This is what I want to make sure. I want to put this power in your hands so you know, as well as even some of the mayors who don't know, you understand your role. Because if somebody tells you your role, you don't know your role. Because they don't know your role. They only gonna have you play their role. So you gotta be able to understand your role. And I want to make sure the residents know if I'm not doing my job, I'm not playing my role. So this is important for everyone to understand. Within territorial limits of the borough, the mayor must be, involved with whatever public safety entity is providing police services to borough residents. So regardless of what, this is what we do. So when a person says you're not over the police, we are involved with the police 24/7. Whether it's a commission, whether if you're a mayor, this is our role. It does not change. This is coming from the General Assembly who creates the law in Pennsylvania. So that way, no one moving out of this, leaving this meeting today will say, I did not know. Now you'll know because I put that power in your hands. This is why I'm having this, because I want people to understand our roles and so they don't keep saying we don't have a significant role. We do. We play an integral part to everything, and you cannot eliminate us, period. This is not a weakened position.
Excuse me,
Yes.
you need to play that again because I don't think anybody heard it.
Oh, well, play that again.
I know, but we didn't hear
It's in a day.
Well, the mayor's not over the police department. And I guess, the police, I guess I'll have to contact the mayor or one of the police officers here. Well, the mayor's not over the police anymore, it's a commission, and you can contact the police
Who
director.
is that?
Oh, the
That's
mayor.
the council president of North Braddock.
So they need to read the rules that means they don't know.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's the reason why I want to empower my residents of North Braddock as the mayor. So that way you know exactly what's going on. This ain't something I created. This is from, I want y'all to see this. This is from
Twitter, its platform.
the General Assembly. This is what it says. It's the borough mayor's manual. This is what we as the mayors have to go by. Not go by speculation, but this is our law. This is what we go by. That's why I made sure you had copies in your hand, so you know exactly what my role is and all the other mayors surrounding. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Okay, since this is a regional police force,
Yes.
how many communities involved in the police force right now?
Okay, so right
Is
now,
Braddock now a whole?
no, not yet. I'm gonna give some of that to the
How
chief.
many, how
Three.
many communities
Three.
are actually three?
Three. You got Rankin, East Pittsburgh, and North Braddock.
Now, there's three mayors.
Yes,
All
Myself.
three and I understand because I've been involved.
yes,
All three mayors are in
Yes.
charge
that's right.
of the police force. Now,
That's correct.
if you're all three in charge of the police force, are you sitting on the police commission?
We all are.
Okay.
And that's a title that cannot be removed.
All right, that's one of the things.
That's
I
correct.
wanna know. All three of you sit on the police
Yes.
commission.
And the fourth one would as well.
Okay, so
You cannot remove that title. from us.
So all three mayors have.
It has to be something that the mayors have to be on that.
Power
That's right.
as mayors sitting on the borough.
We
On
are
a regional
chief,
commission.
right, and it's in here, we are chief law officer. John, yeah,
The commission is formed by council, who the council votes and appoints to the commission.
that's correct.
Mayors are not automatically put on the police commission.
Why
Borough
not?
council gets put
And
on.
that's, and
Why
that,
not?
No, it's supposed to be
Wait
mayor.
a wait a minute.
it's always be a mayor.
Let's
It's in the general,
address that
it's in the general
question.
session.
Address that question.
Yeah.
Council was in charge of running the borough.
That's right.
The mayor is in charge of the police force, always has and always will be, according to the state law. When there is a police matter, the mayor, as the chief police officer of the community, addresses and handles the problem, not the borough council.
All I just said
He is
was
an advisor
council.
to the borough council on the police activities and goes to the police council, the borough council, for support in his duties and responsibilities given to him
That's absolutely
by the
correct.
voters of the community.
That's correct.
So if there's any argument between the council and my appointed police chief and my mayor, then you guys need to iron this out because he is in charge of the police.
Here, here.
There it is.
What- All I just said was, the mayor doesn't automatically get appointed to the commission.
Yes, he does. By the duty of our first assigned elected officials to run our police force, he does. Get a lawyer, look at the law, and the law will tell you that man there,
That's right.
according to state law, is on that council. Since you formed this council of people and you approved it as a representative to us, and I know, John, you're a councilman, and I'm not picking on you, but it's the law. The borough voted to be on this, in this claim. They gave this man the responsibility of being our police chief, then this man is our head police officer. And he is in charge of police.
I'm not gonna disagree.
And
You can
go ahead, sir.
disagree, but if there's anything to be brought up, then you need to go to your solicitor. And the solicitor needs to make that straight, because this man, according to what I'm reading here,
And that's law. And that's in the general assembly. That's law. That's the thing. That's the team. Yes, sir.
Okay, say if an officer is accused of misconduct, do you have any input in that, into suspending that officer or firing him?
Since it's a commission, no, it would have to go to the commission, but as the mayor, it should be addressed to me, that I would address it to the commission and go through the proper channels.
Okay.
And yes, if I was the mayor, like just over the police again in North Braddock, yes, I could, you know.
So what about a police union, because they're real strong? You know, they-
Well, yeah, they have, but these are questions that I'm gonna hold the chief, you can bring to him. But also I wanna bring and add too, so there's also other duties as well, as far as the mayor, as listening. Let me get everybody's attention again, Mr. North. Let me get everybody's attention again. So also, I want to make sure this ain't misconstrued as well. So even within the borough, like I have a lot of people call me about trash, and they call me, and everybody, call me about trash. Please, call me about a lot of different things. And yes, I am supposed to be a listening board and listen to all and address all of these issues as the mayor. So anything that comes across me, I'm supposed to address it. That's why if you don't get no one on the borough, and you don't get me, then I'm not doing my job. But I call everybody. Can a person say they have not called, I haven't spoken to them? I speak to everybody because that is my position to do that. But also keep in mind that if there's a situation that is in your area, that not only me, but you also have counsel that's in these different wards. So you have 3 people to per council. So if you have first ward, there's 3 councils in that first ward, second ward. So if there's a situation, say for instance, in third ward, and you're calling me about it, it should actually go to those council people in that ward before, and that person in that ward is supposed to come to me. So that way I know what is going on. But if you're not talking to that person, that council person in that ward is coming to me constantly, then you, as the residents, need to say to yourself, well, if the mayor's getting all the bulk of the calls, and I have 3 people in these wards, and these individuals are not reaching back out to me, then you have to be the ones to re-empower the community and the who you want to be your representative. So these are things that I can only do for so many things, but you have 9 people on council, you have 3 to each ward. And if you have a problem in whatever ward, if that doesn't go to that particular person, if it's coming to my phone, that's fine, I'm gonna answer it, because I'm the mayor. Chief Law Officer.
them dumping it too.
Well, now far as the trash, that's something that, again, I will bring it to the borough manager, because since it's changed now, and when you bring it to me, I can bring it to them.
Well, can I just read this? The Borough Code provides Borough Council with the various means to enforce borough ordinances through the mayor, other than the mayor. Chapter 31 of the Borough Code, Health and Sanitation.
Mhm.
So it's the council job, right? For health and sanitation. So we should go to the.
You should, but if you have an issue, you come to me, and if it's not, and say for instance, if you're in first ward, and if you're in first ward, it should go to your council person who's holding that first ward. So whoever those 3 in that first ward, so say if it's John, not saying you, John, but say if it's Jim, I'll say, in first ward, I am, and Jim don't answer the phone, but you call the mayor. I'm going to address it anyway to the council. Now, and I'm going to address it to council and that ward, and I'm going to address it to the borough manager. So that way they all know what's going on. Because I'm doing what you call the protocol, the necessary steps. Yes.
Excuse me, the borough, you know that North Braddock's taken over the garbage, okay? It's a young crew. And if you notice, they work. And they work hard. They forgot my garbage too. Now, if it continues, then there would be a problem, but at least give them a chance. You know what I mean? Just give them a chance. If it happens, more than once or twice, then you got a problem, but let these kids, they're young.
No, that wasn't my point. It was the.
No, I'm talking about, and anybody else that they didn't get their garbage. That's a young crew, and they work. You can't find young people working today. They don't want to. Give this crew the benefit, okay? Just if a couple weeks, if it continues, then you contact the council. But give them a chance, okay?
But what I'm trying to say to you again, thank you very much.
I was referring to council.
Right.
No, I'm talking to this young man.
But I was referring to council responsibility in reference to, the mayor and the police. So the only way that they actually have any authority over the borough itself and going over the mayor is with the health and sanitation. So when we talk about the mayor's responsibility over safety, because we were talking about the council and him reporting to the council, that's not their job. It's his job. And the council should be dealing with the health and sanitation portion.
Right.
So that's what this
So
is.
they should be, we should
And
be
it
contacting
goes there,
them.
right, that's why, part of what I'm trying to say is, again, I'm saying, if somebody calls me, right, I wanna make sure everybody understands, so you made a good point. What I'm trying to say again is, if someone, say, I'm gonna give another example, you're in first ward, and you have 3 people in that council in first ward, you should be contacting those council people, and those individuals should be informing me and letting me know as the mayor. If they can't reach you, then if it comes to me, then I'm trying to reach them, or I have to call the borough manager. If he doesn't respond to my calls, then I have to call back and tell you, this is what's going on. Am I right so far, sir? So this is how the protocol, and that's how everything should be. So this is why I'm trying to say, we come in and I mean, this is election time. I'm running for election as well. But this is the time when you empower who you want. This is how you empower. This is our community, but you can't keep letting things be lapse. If you feel that it's becoming lapse, then you need to re-empower yourself on what you need to do as voters and residents of North Braddock. So my thing again is, this is the protocol. If it's not being done in that way, then you're going to constantly say it's the mayor's responsibility. Yes, I'm the chief law officer. I'm over all public safety. If you call me about a snake, if you call me about raccoons, if you call me about a dog, yes, I have to address that. I have to. But the reason why I'm addressing it, but also before it gets addressed, that is the reason why there's a council created, and you have these individuals in that council. So whatever board you're in, you should be contacting those individuals first, and then they come and talk to me or advise me, or just say, hey, Cletus, I'll let you know that this was going on, there was a raccoon and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. And then that way I can have that written down and have it noted. But if you can't reach them and you can't reach the borough manager and you can only reach me, then I go to reach them, it's like, boom, boom, boom. But there's a protocol, there's a chain of commands with this. So I want to make sure you understand that, and that's all in here. That's why I'm empowering you today with our mayor's manual, what we are and what we can or cannot do. So this is the reason why. That's one of the reasons why. But also, I want to see faces, and it's great to see people who've been complaining that actually showed up. So I'm glad to see that. That's important because I want to make sure I empower my residents, but also people from abroad, from Braddock or Rankin or what have you, because that's what it's all about. We can't build, we ain't allowing ourselves to come with the materials to build together. So we're gonna stay where we're gonna be at, and all we're gonna do is complain. So I don't want to do that. But we're gonna keep moving on. Now here's the community relations